It's interesting because I look at someone like you and I can't imagine anybody disliking you.
Oh, please.
Stop it. Stop. All right, you can continue now.
Do you want to know, ironically, who dislikes me the most sometimes?
Who?
Myself.
Oh, me too.
Oh.
Floor, baby, floor, baby.
You've asked me, like, what I would do to combat the hate, right?
Yeah.
But what do you do?
Okay, that's a great question. Now, I started...
You've been doing it a little longer than I have.
No shit.
If you read reviews, just like on social media, you are pretty much guaranteed a 50-50. Some like it, some don't. So you've got to be willing to bear down and brace for it.
I'm sorry, I just realized that I'm sitting on the floor with Drew.
I'm so happy to be doing this. Thank you for joining me on the floor. The floor always feels safer.
It feels nice.
All right, we have to go to a quick commercial break. I don't want to, but the good news is we'll be right back.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Hey y'all, what's good? I'm back with a new video, and in today's video, I'd like to talk about a trans creator that's been on the rise recently. Now, I've wanted to talk about this creator for a while because there's something very strange about them. Now, the person in question I'm talking about is Mulvaney, and as that clip that you just saw with her on the Drew Barrymore show, you see it's very strange, a very awkward situation just played out, very performative, very staged, and we want to get into it because this is a hallmark of Dylan's character, right? So Dylan is very much so putting on a mask, doing a performance, very performative. It's some of the most performative shit I've ever seen, and I'd like to speak on this because I think that this kind of behavior is incredibly dangerous for trans people, especially with today's current climate. Okay, so let's get right into this. All right, and now me as a performer, as an entertainer, I'm a rapper and I do this commentary shit, right? So I'm a performer. I understand when someone's performing quite well, and looking at this, both of these ladies here are being incredibly disingenuous. Okay, this is very performative. This is all an act. They are on stage and they are performing, and I think the idea that they're going for here is I think they're trying to show that Dylan's a real woman. Look how she's having girl talk with this other lady, right? I think that's the idea here. But the problem is that the public knows when they're being pandered to, and the public knows when they're being manipulated and led to think something. So it's a really bad look and not a good way about doing it. I mean, when in the fuck ever on a talk show, like, have you ever watched The View and then they all get on the floor and start having girl talk? It's a talk show. Like, that's a private instance. Why are you trying to put it on a public platform like that? It's really strange and it feels really awkward. And let's get into Dylan in general. Okay, so as you've seen, I'm not having my typical gameplay. Instead, I'm playing a compilation of some cringe Dylan clips, right? Now, if you haven't seen a lot of Dylan, I've actually posted this entire compilation with audio so you could see for yourself just how fucking weird this person is, right? So if you haven't seen Dylan's clips, go ahead and watch the compilation and come back here because I'm not going to be playing any more clips. We're just going to talk about what's going on here and why it's so dangerous to the trans community. Okay, so this person, Dylan, they're playing an act, they're playing a role, right? They're being very performative. You could see it, right? And they got this whole obsession with girlhood, despite being a grown fucking woman, right? Despite being grown as fuck, they got this like obsession with girlhood, and they got this like day one of being a girl, day two. It's very weird, right? And the issue is that it plays off of a lot of arguments against the trans community, that we are pretending to be women, that we are trying to trick people, that we are mocking women, that essentially trans women are doing akin to what like blackface was to black people, right? Like that's what trans women are to women. Like, so that is the narrative. And when you see a person that fits that mold so perfectly and they're doing this, and here's the thing about Dylan was an actor, but they weren't successful. They didn't get any good roles and they weren't fucking doing good, right? So they're doing this shit now and they're getting a lot of attention. But who the fuck is the real Dylan? They're literally are mocking women, because I doubt that Dylan's fucking acting like this when the camera's off, right? But you don't have to be like a performative female. We don't have to like fucking hyper go into like gender sex roles. Like, that is fucking cringe and goes into the argument of what conservatives are saying. So why is this so fucking dangerous? Well, because it's so fucking obvious that this person is like mocking women and pretending to be a woman and being performative about it. they're gonna think we are. And they think we violent now because of what happened in Nashville. So put 2 and 2 together. Dylan Mulvaney is incredibly dangerous, and some people may think this is kind of mean or whatever, but here's the thing. They're a public figure, and we're playing a high stakes game. This culture war shit, this political shit is a high stakes game. And optics is important, and optically, Dylan looks terrible, man. We gotta get this shit up out of here. We gotta fucking call this shit out, and we gotta get Dylan the fuck up out of here. Or Dylan's gotta change, and Dylan's gotta show some true colors and be genuine. Cause this performative bullshit is stirring up a whole fucking stir of conservatives, and they already got a bunch of shit. So we don't need to give them more. Anyway, peace out, bitches. Have a good one.
Rain, rain, I hear a passion fucking calling. Every single second, know that I be balling. Gotta make it so I'm focused, no, I'm not falling. Every single time, no, I'm answering that calling. Gotta make it, so I'm working harder. Yeah, I played it smarter. Wanna be a star, man, gotta work your hardest. So I played it smarter. You be fucking dumb, got you wanna run. No, I gotta make it, so I be focused. I can't lose sight of what this really means. Gotta make it count how I wanna blow up, make a large amount. How like I'm 2 Chainz, maybe I could be just like I'm Dre. Hey, why the fuck you fake? Make me wanna pop out with a Draco, but fuck the fucking hate. So I be down bad on my only, smoking by my lonely, smoking thinking like I'm Durkee, yo. I'ma pop a perk, feeling like I'm perky, yo. Been down bad on my only, so I gotta stay on my 10 toes, just like I'm Nahab. Oh my bad. Swear I'ma be a legend when it's all said and done. I'ma be the one. I don't understand all the traumas of this life, so I'ma just run to the bag. Gotta make it count, how gotta make it last. I can't end up in the past. Yeah, know that I'm a blast. If I get that pass, I'ma run it up. I don't give a damn. Yeah, this is just my life. It's just how it is. You don't understand, and you can't get up in my brain. No, I'm never saying, hey, traumatized from my fucking pain. Hey, you's a fucking lame.